Hello, hello, I am Maester Aelix, and this is Fallout 4 NCR Lone Ranger, and welcome back. We are right here, we are right back where we left off, here just coming into Good Neighbor, where poor Finn had gotten stabbed, like a lot, by the mayor of this place, which is an interesting welcome. Well, let's get going. The Ranger had come to many towns, but
Oh,
never quite got
new
a meeting
face
like
walks into
that.
my store, and you're not even screaming yet. Very polite. You let me know if anything catches your fancy.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Cash or trade? Let's get started.
Now I've come to a new town. She of course had to hit all the shops, if for no other reason to try to find the ammo she wanted. And thankfully, there was some. But, not everything. Of course, this also let her get a chance to unload a few of those more weighty items she didn't want or need. I mean, some things were good, other things she just were good and she just didn't need. Wasn't quite her forte, as it were. Of course, having a few extra caps in your pocket never really hurt. Of course, she was looking for ammo. There
Brother
was
to
no better
steal.
place.
Stay out of good neighbor. All I'm saying.
There was no better place than the weapon shop, and with a name like Guns, 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 it was unmistakable.
Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill at your discretion. Except me. I only kill when I want to.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Let's get you outfitted, killer.
There was something about this robot that spoke to the Ranger. She knew they could be fast friends, mostly because it, it gave her the ammo she wanted. Well, not so much gave, but sold, but still, if she wanted ammo, she knew where to go. She'd look through the inventory of these shops in a bit more detail at some other time. Yeah, she was on a mission for the moment. The third rail. Well, that's where they say you can start looking for her.
Hancock says newcomers are welcome in the third rail. Go on in.
Well, that was mighty polite. Most new places, especially when you got an establishment like this, are a bit more untrusting. It'd been a long time since she's seen a live act, especially this good, and with actually working music bits. Not since she was last in New Vegas. Seemed like years ago.
Oi, we got beer. You ain't buying beer, you ain't buying.
Do you know Emma Jean Cabot?
Name rings a bell. Kind of balmy. Haven't seen her in a while though. Try Magnolia. She likes to make friends with people. She might know more about this missing bird. Magnolia! Gal wants a word.
She kind of felt bad that her simple question led to the ending of the music, but, well, sometimes it can't be missed, or can't be avoided.
Well, what's the matter, sweetheart? Don't tell me you didn't like the song.
I've never heard that song before. Who wrote it?
I did. Everything I sing is an original. Now, there's something special about you, isn't there? Don't tell me. Let me guess. Ah, it's your hands. They move even when you aren't thinking, right? Quick on the draw. So what brings a woman like you to my part of town?
What do you think?
We're all trying to forget something, aren't we? I think you and I are gonna get along. So it's my turn to answer questions, right? What can I do for you?
Do you know Imogene Cabot?
Imogene? Sure. I know her. I haven't seen her in a while, though. Were you a friend of hers?
She's missing, and her family's worried about her.
Well, I'm glad somebody's looking out for her. She seemed like a body that could use looking after.
Please, tell me what you know.
There was this preacher fella who used to come in here all the time. One of the slick ones. Always going on about remaking your life and so on. Most of the customers wouldn't give him the time of day, but Imogene, she latched on to him for some reason. I don't suppose it hurt that he was easy on the eyes. Intense. Some women find that irresistible. Ham, would you come over here a minute?
Is there a problem, Miss Magnolia?
No, this lady here was just looking for Imogene. Do you happen to know where that preacher fella came from?
Brother Thomas?
Yes, that's right. The one Imogene was always hanging on.
Had to throw him out. Wouldn't stop bothering customers with that salvation racket. Kept going on and on about joining him at the back bay. Then he'd shove those stupid flyers in your face. Here, kept one of them, just in case he didn't pay his bar tab.
Well, thanks, honey. You were a big help.
Anything for you, miss.
I hope Imogene's all right. I didn't much like the idea of her going off with that preacher fellow.
Whoever
Well.
this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that we come in peace malarkey.
Unfortunately, a lot of people from Boston didn't know about the Brotherhood of Steel,
Entertainments down the stairs.
so they were free to form their opinion. They'd see in time.
Y'all are doing your own thing, but I don't want anyone here to forget what matters. Hey, Daisy, glad you can make it. That's my
Yes.
favorite girl, too. Didn't I see you on a date with Browski the other day?
He wishes.
All right, we're getting off track. What was I saying? Oh, that's right, what matters. We freaks gotta stick together. And the best way to stick together is to keep an eye out for what drives us apart. You feel me?
Smell that?
Yeah, you tell it like it
That's
is,
freedom.
Now, what out there in our big, friendly Commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would want to hurt our peaceful community?
The Institute and their sins.
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some jet. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lordhead. But stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not us!
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Good neighbor!
And who's in charge of good neighbor?
Hancock! Of the people, for the people!
Looks
Now I
like
see
we
a
got
lot
another
of
freak
crazy
just won't
stuff
fit
in my
anywhere
time,
else.
but a flying ship? Yowza.
Well, that made two rousing speeches from two different mayors in two different towns. She had to admit Hancock had done it
Running
much
from
better.
something? Welcome home.
His
It is
willingness to take the
impossible.
fight to the Institute was something that she found admirable. Yeah, well, Diamond City may have more caps, more people, more protection, and all that good stuff. If she had to stay in Boston, it'd probably be here in Good Neighbor. Seems more like her people. But speaking of people, she had to go find Imogene.
What was that?
Of course, the sounds of violence outside continued. Seems she didn't quite get all the raiders. However, wasn't the worst thing ever. She would, however, have to change out guns. Running low on ammo, even though she just bought some more. Didn't want to run that out all the way. So she'd go and let whoever's shooting at each other continue doing so. Seems like some people are shooting at ghouls. She wouldn't interfere with that. No, instead she'd find another way around. Of course, seeing more dead raiders. That was certainly interesting. These dead raiders weren't her doing. Seemed to have something interesting on them. Plus, she found a note earlier and remembered just now that she had to go read that. With my blood I do swear my life to the judge and his jury, and in the end upon pain of torture and death. Well, that was certainly interesting. Plus this other one. Pickman was here. Find me if you dare. Well, if someone was killing raiders, she wasn't gonna stop that fella. He was digging his own grave with that, or helping out the Commonwealth. Either way, really wasn't in her, desires to go help stop someone like that. With the directions given, she found her way riverside, and with that big clamshell, well, kinda knew this was the place to be.
You should talk to Brother Thomas about how to join our movement.
We're always looking for new members.
Seeing this seemed like mighty friendly folk, she decided, well, maybe, just maybe, she should try doing at least one thing to help her talk just a little bit better.
Welcome, neighbor. We're always glad to see a new face around here. Tell me something. You ever feel like this whole world is broken? Do you ever wonder why things can't be the way they were in the good old days?
I'm just looking for Imogene Cabot.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Imogene is indisposed right now. She's not seeing visitors.
What's she doing here? Is she a member of your movement?
Actually, she and I are, you know, romantically involved. Not that it's any of your business, but she and I are just having a little relationship trouble. You know how it is. She's not seeing anybody until she cools off.
You're not holding her prisoner, are you?
No, she's not a prisoner. She's just locked in her room until she calms down. She was acting crazy, threatening to run off. No offense, but you know how women can get sometimes.
Despite his words, she was really rather offended.
I'm a friend of the family. Maybe I can talk some sense into her.
I said she wasn't seeing anybody, including you.
I'm going to see her, one way or another. Your choice.
You picked the wrong guy to mess with, pal.
So that's it, huh?
No, apparently he picked the wrong person to mess with. Unfortunately, so did all his friends. Now, the Ranger, she really didn't want to have to kill all these people. I mean, they seemed nice enough. But, unfortunately, when someone opens fire on you, especially with a real nasty shotgun, you got real no choice in the matter. You just gotta take them down as long as they're attacking. Sadly, there was too many nice people here that didn't really deserve this. Of course, there was at least one who did. Looking around for Imogene, she found herself more than a few small items that could be of value. Or at least handy at the workbench. And having no survivors, well, that just meant no one was there to say it wasn't yours. No survivors wasn't always her preferred way, but, I mean, they weren't raiders after all. These people just wouldn't take no for an answer.
You must be Imogene.
Don't tell me. Jack sent you.
That's right. I'm here to rescue you.
What makes you think I need to be rescued?
You're Jack's sister? I was expecting someone a bit...
You really know how to flatter a lady, don't you? Just to be clear, I'm Jack's younger sister, the baby of the family. Once I get home and get some of Jack's serum, I'll be back to my usual stunning self.
Jack has a serum that reverses aging?
It really isn't any of your business. And I know it was Jack who sent you. He's always trying to control me.
It wasn't Jack. It was your mother who wanted you found.
I'm fine, as you can see. I was just waiting to see if Thomas would come to his senses. But since you've already gone to all this trouble, I may as well leave now. I was bored with Thomas anyway. He seemed so interesting at first. But after we got here, he turned out to be just another brute. He actually thought he could force me to join his absurd cult.
Your boyfriend's dead. Let's go.
Thomas? He wasn't my boyfriend. We had some fun together, that's all. Besides, He shouldn't have locked me in here. Oh, I'm not going with you. You can tell Mother I'll be along home before too long. I just need a drink first.
Well, that wasn't exactly what the Ranger was expecting to hear, but still, nothing like having something interesting and intriguing tickle your ear. The serum was of note, but not really much she could do about it right now. Instead, nope. She had to get herself back over to the Cabot house. Didn't know what kind of dangers would be between here and there, but still had to make it her way. And she was surprised to see more raiders. One of them had a weapon that dealt radiation damage, and that person had to be dealt with most quickly. Now that radiation gun was just nasty and unfair. Of course, being nasty unfair, she wanted it.
There we go.
Of course, having been shot up for a bit, she figured take a little bit of time for yourself. Much as she wanted to bring that raider armor back to strip it for parts, it was just a mite too heavy. Thankfully, she made it back to the cabin house without any further incident.
Edward, are you there? This is maddening. Edward, switch over to the Hartley modulator. Do you copy?
Switching now. How's this?
Oh, that's done it. Edward, what's going on there?
We're under attack. They're inside the building.
Inside? Can you keep them out of the basement?
I'm trying, Jack. I've never seen raiders that... For God's sake, Sammy, the doorway, right there. Sorry. Things are a little busy around here right now.
Listen, if they're inside the building, you have to go to the office and shut down the elevator. You can't risk them getting to Lorenzo.
Got it. Office. Elevator. You better round up whoever you can and get...
Hello? Edward? Come in. Edward! There's no signal at all. I've lost him.
What's happening, Jack? If these people are inside Parsons, if they free him...
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
I always knew it would end this way. I never should have allowed you to lock up Lorenzo in that place.
That isn't helping, Mother. And as I recall, using the serum was your idea, not mine.
So what are you going to do?
I said I'll handle it. I'm thinking.
When she walked into the cabin house, the ranger had not expected to hear such explosive conversation. But she knew where this was going.
What's going on?
That was Edward. He's at Parsons, the old asylum. They're under attack by raiders. It's strange. The guards have held off raiders before without any trouble. I don't know what's gone wrong this time.
I found Imogene. She's fine.
Oh, yes, good.
Thank God. At least one small comfort on this terrible day.
You'll be wanting to be paid, of course. Edward usually handles these things. Caps is what you use for currency, isn't that right? Here. I hope that's the right amount. Now, we really need to focus on the current emergency.
How can you be so callous about your sister's safety?
I wonder if these could be the same raiders that stole that last shipment. If some of them had used the undiluted serum, it could explain their unusual success against Edward's men.
What exactly does this serum do?
There's no time for that right now. I'll explain on the way. Before we go, I need you to understand something. When we get to Parsons, you need to do exactly what I tell you. Nothing more, nothing less. Is that clear?
Got it.
Good. Make sure you have whatever you'll need for a serious battle. I'll wait for you outside.
Jack, be careful. And try not to hurt him.
I love Father at least as much as you do. But you know as well as I do that if he gets free, there will only be one option.
Don't let it come to that, please.
I'll do my best, Mother. And if Imogene finally comes home, for God's sake, don't let her leave again until I get back. Now, I really do have to go.
Well, the ranger had probably better get herself prepared for another bit of battle. Oh, goodness. And with that, I say thank you all for joining me. I hope you're enjoying my content as much as I'm enjoying making it for all of you. And I really do enjoy making it for all of you. If I didn't, I wouldn't be making videos and putting them out every single day of the week. If you're enjoying this video, please do the usual YouTube thing of commenting, liking, hitting the little thumbs up button, little bell icon next to that, all that wonderful YouTube stuff. Because every time you do that, it makes my channel a little bit stronger and healthier. And if you do not like this episode, please go down to the comments below, leave a comment of what you're not liking and how I can improve it. And feel free to hit the thumbs down, because I do want to get better, and constructive criticism is always helpful. And while you're down there in the comments section, go a little bit lower, or check out my description, and there you'll find links to both my Discord server and my Patreon campaign. If you become a patron of my Patreon, You can get yourself a variety of rewards, including being asked what I should do next, exclusive Patreon videos, early access to all my videos. Currently, we're running 3 days ahead, and even access to a special Patreon channel on my Discord where you can find me almost all the time. And occasionally, I'll drop things like random streams or preview videos. So anyway, thank you all for joining me. Have yourself a wonderful time.